Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and we are in another episode of Nas TV. And today's episode we are going to talk about another part of being successful in life, and that is how to succeed in your career. And to help us out today, I invited a dear friend of mine. He is a registered nurse, a consulting physician, and a general practitioner all the way from Philippines. Let us welcome Dr. Ian Caballes. Hi, doctor. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me to your show, Naz.
Ayun, how are you
How are
doing? I'm doing okay. More than I deserve. Praise the Lord for that. How about you?
I'm great. Despite of the pandemic, the Lord is with us, with me, and we're getting by. We're surviving, and we're doing good.
I know it's I heard like just a latest news update again. Parang tayo pa yung nag-news broadcast ngayon, no? But like latest updates I heard, yeah, Nas TV naging chismis na, hindi to chismis, pero breaking news update. I think I heard nga from the news that Philippines is under what do you call this one, the ECQ. In other words, kind of like lockdown in our term here in US. So like with the restrictions, you're not able to go out of your house. But I know it's really tough right now. But how is everything there, doc? Like how are you getting by?
Please address me by my first name, please. I know, like call me that.
Yeah, but you're still a doctor. I need to honor that title right there.
But you're not my nurse right now, and you're not my patient. So just call me by my first name.
Sige po, Ian.
Okay. So, Philippines right now is we're not at the best possible situation, but we're getting by. We're currently under enhanced community quarantine, which means we're not allowed to go out of NCR.
Oh, like the COVID cases are rising again?
Yeah, just like yesterday, we had 9,500, I guess, cases in just one day.
Oh,
so
my.
The Philippines is just a relatively small country, so that's a huge number. And
yes.
Syempre, hindi naman lahat natetest. So the testing here in the Philippines, if you want to be tested for COVID using the PCR method or the RT-PCR, you have to spend around $100 or around 4,000 to 8,000 pesos just to be tested. So paano yung ibang mga, what about the other people who can't afford? And how will we know if they get tested positive with COVID?
Right.
So we're not in the best situation right now, especially for our for my colleagues, the people working in the healthcare. But we're getting there. We're getting stronger every day. We got the vaccines already, and we're surviving.
Yes. You know what? It may be tough, but Filipinos are known as like strong people, very resilient. So I know we can overcome this. Yes, we can overcome this, guys. Whew. Okay, so we're not going to talk about COVID or anything like that.
Politics.
Yes, no. And don't even get us started with politics and like the situation right now. But okay, for this episode, this video podcast, we would like to bring some inspiration and enlightenment to everyone who may be seeking something, seeking something for them to succeed in their career, right? So, okay, so you mentioned that you are a registered nurse and a doctor at the same time. So how is that? So like, was that your first choice? Was that your dream job? Can you tell us about your story?
Okay, so ever since I was a little boy, I really wanted to become a doctor. I didn't know why at first. When I started becoming conscious about my dreams, about myself, about my aspirations, I only learned that my grandmother went to pre-med in UST, but she didn't really want to become a doctor, so she didn't pursue medicine. And then my mom, when she was younger, she wanted to become a doctor too because she really liked the idea of wearing a white coat and the stethoscope, but eventually she learned that there's really more to becoming a doctor than just the white coat and the stethoscope and those stuff. So when she grew up, she eventually changed her mind. Then when I was born, everyone was telling my mom that una lang yan, pangarap-pangarap lang yan kasi bata pa. So they were like, okay, just do what you want to do, and we will be supporting you. We will save up for your medical education and stuff like that. Then when I graduated high school, I realized that um, the doctors really play a lot of roles in a person's life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the first person that you see when you're born is a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
an obstetrician or gynecologist, and then the last one you would want to see before you die is also a doctor, diba? So
Mm-hmm.
um, I really admire the profession of the doctors before. So I started to plan and to see myself becoming a doctor one day. And then when I graduated high school, um, I I really wanted to work in the hospital and help the people, help the sick, because I believe that if you're a patient in a hospital, you're at your most vulnerable state, right? So I want to be that person who is there to for the patients to comfort them, to give them treatment, or
Mm-hmm.
at least relieve their pain. So I said to myself, I'll become a nurse first. I'll do that to be my pre-med, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I started to think that okay, I'll just be a nurse. But after one duty in a hospital in Zamboanga City, it's a government hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I had this patient. I think she's around 60 years old or 60 something, and she had a lot of medical conditions. She had heart problems. She had diabetes, and she was starting to have multiple organ failure. And in the Philippines, if you're in a government hospitals, you deal with a lot of people from all walks of life. So you
Mm-hmm.
get to attend to the poorest of the poor. And it happens that this woman can't even afford even a tablet of paracetamol. So
Wow.
my heart just, it was really painful for me to see her just die
Yeah.
without any treatment. So
Mm-hmm.
I said to myself, if I'm a doctor, if I'll become a doctor one day, I think I will be able to help more people. I will be able to help more, you know.
Yeah.
Um yeah, so I think that's like really my
Turning
confirmation
point.
from the Lord that you will be a doctor someday, and you will be attending to more people, more
Wow.
than what you can imagine, siguro. So
Wow.
yeah.
No, it was, I think it was really in your heart ever since, even before you were born. The dreams of your parents, of your grandparents, it came into fulfillment through your life. So, and that's amazing actually. And you were able to confirm it as well na, hey, this is really what I wanted to do. Diba? So like, no, that's very noble.
Yeah.
So props to you, Doc. Thank you so much for answering the call to become a doctor, become a healthcare practitioner. And shout out to all the healthcare workers out there, all the frontliners. We
Yes.
salute you guys. I'm a
Hello to all the
registered nurse
doctors
too,
and to all the
yes.
nurses. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes.
You
During
guys are doing great during this pandemic. I pray that the Lord will bless you with excellent health, and please stay safe, guys.
Yes, yes, awesome. And I think it's very humbling actually, and it's an honor as well to be able to serve our community during these tough times, right? Like during this pandemic. Like it is our generation that got to experience this, and for me I see it as a blessing to be able to serve the people during pandemic, although it's very hard and tough. Kaya thank you, Doc, for your
That's true.
service as well. And actually you mentioned that during pandemic you actually parang you did your service for free, right? So like, okay, what made
Oh
you like,
yeah. So
yeah, can you tell us about that and like your confirmation like, oh, hey, this is really what I wanted to do.
okay. So during the pandemic, I realized that a lot of people won't be able to go out to get primary healthcare here in the Philippines. It's really hard to go to a hospital or to a clinic, especially at these times, because it's hard to travel. There are no public transportations. There are limited bed capacities in the hospital. So I posted on my Facebook that I am willing to give free consultations online, and a lot of people came to me and asked me for refills of medications, for the prescriptions. And I said to myself, Lord, thank you. I thank the Lord, because this is like a confirmation that I am really called to be here, because it was really fulfilling as a doctor, that I'm able to help the people. Um, I'm able to reach to them
Yes.
during this really difficult time. So yeah, even up to now, people still call me, or people still ask for consultations, and I don't charge them or anything. I'm just
Wow.
giving back for whatever the Lord has given me.
No, oh, that's really awesome. Thank you so much, Doc. That's what can I say? Very, very noble profession it is. But more than just a profession, is really a calling. And actually, that was your dream. That's what you said when you were still a nurse. You said like, "Hey, I wanted to be able to do more for the people," and that's why that was your
Yes.
turning point to become a doctor. And now that you're a doctor, you're actually living your dream. So wow, congrats, doc.
Hmm.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Yeah. So.
Actually, because I was actually a scholar in medicine. So I said to myself, God has given me so much more than what I deserve. Sorry, I'm stuttering.
Yeah.
God has really blessed me with so much more than what I deserve, and I think it is just right to give back to the people who needs my service, who needs consultation. So um, I just really want to give back. That's it.
Yes, yes, that's the beauty of it. So we're talking about, succeeding in your career. Ang dami na nating napag-usapan, no, naging pandemic and everything. But no, I mean it's so much actually related to our topic, succeeding in your career. Because when we say career, we look for the highest paying job, or the most parang what can you how do you say that, like the highest pay. That's like the priority for some people, just to be on the practical side. We wanted a job that will feed
Yeah,
us,
that's true.
right?
That's the reality.
Exactly.
Sometimes, if when we were young, when I was young, I thought I'll be successful if I already have this amount in my bank account. But actually, when I became an adult, it's not. It's actually more to that. Diba?
Yes.
It's not just the money. It's not just the quality of life you're living, but it's how God will use you to become an instrument to help other people who are in need. Because it's really hard to be at the receiving end. So if you have so much, if God has blessed you with so much blessings, then I think God is just giving you something, or using you as a channel to be able to help others. So
Correct.
I think I realized that to become successful, or to become someone who is successful, it means that you are already fulfilling God's purpose for your life. So
Yes.
yeah, but actually, to be honest, I still don't see myself as someone who is successful, because
What?
kasi 'di ba, if you say successful, for me, my perception of
Uh-huh.
success is that you are already in a place where you really want to be, or you pictured yourself to be.
Like
So
your
right
end
now, yes,
goal.
I'm able to help other people. Yes, your ultimate goal in life. Right now, yes, I'm able to help other people, but I think I can do more. I can do more to help other people. I think I can still do more in the future. So I'm
Yes.
not yet that successful,
Hey,
to be very, very honest.
I think we are successful in each step, each goal, right? So
Mhm.
you have more goals, and you wanted to attain that. So I guess the little successes in life, we have to celebrate that as well. And I'm telling you, Doc, you are
Yes,
successful
yes,
even
totally.
now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So going to my next question, you mentioned that in our career, it is very important to know that it is not just about the money. I think being successful in your career is not just about the money. You said that it is also important that you're able to serve your life's purpose through your profession, through your chosen career. And I believe that I also believe what you said earlier. I believe that no matter what type of job, career, profession you are in, you are successful when you're able to serve your life's purpose. May it be, you're serving in a restaurant, you're a server, or you're a teacher, whatever it is. Every profession, every job is a great opportunity to serve. And when you're doing that way, you are successful in that area, right? Because what's the point of
Yes,
having all the
definitely.
money? What's the point of having all the salary and the money if you are stingy naman and bad with other
If
people?
you're lonely,
Oo nga, what's the
if you're
point?
lonely,
Parang you have no one to
if you
share
don't
your
have anyone to
ano.
share your success with, yeah, right, that's right. That's what I'm
Correct.
about to say.
Correct. Okay, so eto na nga, going to our next question. So, for our viewers who are still no, struggling, like, okay, which career path should I take? Like, I don't know which job to take, or especially for those who are students, like going to college, or for those who are in college and still switching their majors. They're struggling. They're trying to find their kind of like their purpose or their profession, what they wanted to be. So how what can you advise? How will you determine which career path to take?
Okay, so I think this was given to us when I was in elementary school, when I was in grade school. Our teacher in I think it was in Christian education in our school. So she made us write an essay. Okay, so where do you see yourself 10 years from now? So try to ponder on that thought. Where can you see, or where do you see yourself 10 years from now? So what I wrote there was 10 years from now, I'll be driving my own car. I'll be going to my clinic. And actually, it's funny because it's actually happening right now. I also
Oh,
wrote there, I specifically wrote there, I'll be sipping my cup of Starbucks.
wow.
But now I stopped. Like, guys, we have to try to keep ourselves healthy. So keep away from the frappuccinos. Keep yourself away from too much sugar,
And I was just
too much
drinking my coffee. Oh
calories.
my goodness. Okay, doc.
Just black coffee is good, okay, unless of course, you're hyper acidic. But okay, going back to the topic. So try to look at yourself. Try to imagine yourself 10 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? And from there, you'll be able to formulate a plan, a short-term plan and a long-term plan. So
Mm.
my long-term plan then was to become a doctor, and my short-term plan was, what do I do? What steps do I have to take to go to my next goal, to my ultimate goal? So
Mm-hmm.
my short-term goals were, um, finish first year medicine, finish second year medicine. Shorter term goals were, pass all the exams, accomplish all the requirements to proceed to the next level. So right now, if you're still wondering what courses should you take, was that your question, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If For the students who are still like looking for
Mm-hmm.
finding their path. So try to imagine yourself 10 years from now. Where are you already? Where are you by that time? Where do you see yourself working, or what stuff are you doing in after 10 years? So from there, you will formulate your plan, and then siguro just try to really look for an answer within you, because if you just like follow your parents' advice. I'm not
Mm-mm.
saying that
Mm-mm.
don't follow your parents' advice, kasi here in the Philippines, a lot of my
Yes.
classmates in medical school, they're just forced by their parents. So they end up, failing. But look at yourself
But
now. You
I
have
ended up
other
loving it
choices.
naman na this time. So,
Right? Right? Diba? So, ito, trivia. My
mm.
parents don't actually want me to become a doctor.
Oh.
They don't want me to become a doctor. They're just really supportive of, my dreams, my ambition. They know, they believe in my capabilities, they
Mm-hmm.
believe in my strengths, but they actually didn't want me to become a doctor because they telling me it's hard, it's expensive. But I was telling them, you know what, my God is richer than you both are. So God has given me God has given me the scholarship. I'm a
Wow.
scholar from nursing. And then I'm also a scholar in medicine. So God has really blessed me
Mm-mm.
in my education, in
Mm-mm.
my college and medical school.
Yeah.
They didn't spend anything for my education. They just spent for my allowance,
Yeah.
for my miscellaneous and my stuff, So
Wow. Hey, that's very
yeah, I
inspiring. So that's why we cannot we no actually we can that's why we can't complain or we can't make an excuse saying that, because I don't have money, I'm not gonna go to school or I'm not gonna pursue my dream
that's
job
true.
anymore.
That's true. Even here in the Philippines, diba, it's really hard to get into college or get a good education because it's expensive.
Yeah.
Not every Filipino can afford college or can, you know, go to a good university. But
Yeah.
if you really have a will, if you are really 100% willing to do anything, it's
Mm-hmm.
not impossible. Especially if
Yes.
you have God with you, diba?
Yes. Whew.
So if you have God with you, dude, everything is possible. Imagine a
Yes.
pastor. Both my parents are pastors, and they
Mm.
don't have bigyan din to. They don't have salaries, di ba? They don't earn. They don't have luxurious stuff. But I think it's one of God's greatest miracles in our life, in my family's life, that
Yeah.
I was able to finish my medical school. And I'm a scholar. I'm a full scholar, 100%.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
if right now you're like doubting yourself, doubting your finances, just never doubt your God because you know it's beyond your imagination.
Exactly. Whew, wow. That was so much like I'm so fired up, like so much like inspired from that. Thank you for sharing that story actually. And yeah, I believe a lot of our young people out there, they will really get inspiration from this. So guys, he said that, our Doc Ian said, so you will have to picture yourself, you have to be able to picture yourself of what you wanted to do, that even 10 years 20 years from now, even if you're old, it is still something that you wanted to do. And not just about the money, of course that is also one motivation, but even if you are only making this much, you are happy, right? So I think that's very
Mm,
important, and that's how we take our path right there. And especially in our culture, right? It's really our parents like, mag-nurse ka because that's where the money is. And then you
Mag-abroad ka,
and then you go abroad,
lalabas ka.
ganyan.
Oo.
But you know what? Actually the same thing when my sister have that struggle of like my sister, my sister, she was actually, yeah, and
Hi, Angel.
if you're watching, Angel. Okay, so no, because of course my parents say like, no, go to like healthcare field because that's where the job is. That's the highest paying job in states, ganyan ganyan. But my sister's line is not there, and so she actually took like as to become an OT, an occupational therapist, but of course that is not her forte, so she didn't uh pursue that, so she switched to her major. And I told my sister, this is what I told her: you know what, no matter what career path you will take, if the Lord is with you and he will bless you with that, you will be successful in that, no matter what type of profession
Amen.
you are in. So
Yes, that's true.
so sure enough, she's graduating and she's happy. I think you're happy, Angel, right? You're happy with the chosen path. All right. Ayun. So, yun nga, madami-dami na tayo na pag-uusapan. No, I love our talks. Thank you so much. Okay, so here we go, Doc. So, what are your principles on how to be successful in what you are doing in your career, at work? What are any practical tips you can share?
Okay, one of my mentors in med school, she's a cardiologist and she's also a Christian. So I really look up to her and I always absorb everything that every advice that she gives me. So what she told me was, um, if you're given a task, if you're given something to do or to accomplish by your boss or by your superior or by your immediate or even your parents, diba? Or your teacher, whatever the tasks are, you should always give your 100%. Even if it's just like making a drawing or making a circle, if you put your 100% in every task that's given to you, then I think you'll be successful in everything already.
Yes.
Because every task given to you or thrown at you, if you give your 100%, people will start noticing you. People will start appreciating your work, your tasks. So whatever task, may it be small tasks or really big tasks that are given to you, do your or give your 100%. Yes. So I think that's what's important. If even if you're a student or even if you're already working, if you give your 100% in everything that you do, you will really succeed in life.
Yes.
'Di ba? Even just doing your homework, kung putyo-putyo yung homework mo, madadala mo yan when you're already in college, when you're already working.
Yeah.
Your tasks will also be, hindi substandard.
Mediocre.
So
Yeah.
how can you succeed in life? Okay? How can you succeed in life if your tasks are all mediocre or substandard, di ba? So start from small things. Start from small tasks. Even if it's maghugas lang ng pinggan. I know sa States medyo may dishwasher kayo and stuff.
Oh,
Pero
no,
diba,
ha?
pag maghugas ka ng pinggan,
You know here what we do? We use the dishwasher as our like rack for
yes.
our plates.
That's what my mom used to do.
Oh, so Filipino.
Para mainitan lang just to sterilize.
I know. Ay,
Kasi it
nako.
keeps the plates hot or warm. So yeah, I think that's my mantra if you'd want to call it like that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with what you said. It's very important that you have to give your best, your all in everything, even with the small things, even in your small beginnings, even if you're just working as a server in McDonald's or whatever it is, for those who are working students out there, right? So if you are faithful in that, if you're giving your best, even those small tasks, you're actually developing that good work ethics already. But if you keep on calling off, just because it's McDonald's, parang you may like, just like what you said, you may actually adapt the habit when you have your career na. And how can
Yes.
you, diba, what's the guarantee that you will really be successful in your chosen career if you have that kind of attitude and work ethic already? So, and diba, nakalagay yun sa ano, diba, if you are faithful in small things, if you can be trusted with small things, then you can be trusted
Small
with
things.
bigger things. So, ganun yung...
Yes. That. Sabi nung head namin, how can you eat an elephant or how do you eat an elephant? You eat it piece by piece, diba?
Yes.
Little by little lang. So you
Ah.
have short-term goals. So right now, your short-term goals are dapat it's leaning towards your long-term goal. Ibig sabihin, what steps can you take para maging one step closer ka to your ultimate goal, di ba?
Exactly.
So right now, kung nag-aaral ka, do your best in every achievement. Isipin nyo lang lagi na if you do your tasks, if you give your 100% to every task that's given to you, then before you know it, you're already successful.
Exactly. Whew, I like that. Thank you. So it is in those small things talaga, the humble beginnings, the small things, the small tasks. If you do it, give it your best 100%. It's building your character to become that person one day that you are aiming for, actually. So yeah, thank you so much, Ian. All right. So okay, last question na lang. Last question. For you, what does it mean to be successful? And I know a lot of us, sabi nga nila, everyone can be great with whatever it is that you wanted to do in life. But a lot of people are great in things like that, but it is actually a tragic part if you are successful in the wrong thing too. You can be successful but successful in the wrong thing naman. Aray, patay, paano ba yon? So, like for you, what does it mean to be successful? And like last piece of advice to our viewers.
Okay, sige. So, I believe that before when I was younger, before when I was in grade school, or siguro naman it applies to everyone naman, na at some point when we were young, we see successful people to be someone who is already wealthy, like filthy rich, like sobrang daming pera, car, all the luxurious
Mm-hmm.
items. But when I started to, when I became older, when I became a bit older,
Parang
when I started to
nakakatanda
become
naman
an
yung
adult
sinabi mo.
myself. Oo nga eh. Sige, sige. When I started to become an adult myself,
Uh,
okay, I
better.
realized that being successful actually doesn't mean necessarily have to mean that you have all the money in the world or all the luxurious items or having a very luxurious lifestyle, But for me, to become successful, it means that God has already, you have already fulfilled what God's plan is for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're already being used by Him to become an instrument to all those people who are in need.
Mm-hmm.
Because aanhin mo naman, di ba, yung money, kung sobrang dami mong pera, if you're already very, very filthy rich, and then you're alone, you don't have anyone to share your wealth with, you don't have anyone to share your successes with, then
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's being someone successful. I
Mm-hmm.
believe that to become successful, you're already doing God's purpose in your life. Like you're already fulfilling His purpose, and
Exactly.
you're already becoming someone who is a channel of God's blessing. To show God's love, to show compassion to other people.
Mm-hmm. But thank you, Ian, for letting us see the picture of what it means to be successful. Like it doesn't, success. I think for the standard of this world, that's how they see success. Like having that money, having the high position, like earthly achievements, accomplishments, talaga bongga bongga. That's the That's the worldly standard of success. But what's the point of like being successful in this world if you cannot even take it to like for eternity, or it doesn't even last. So like what's the
Mm.
value of the success here in this world if it is not something that is parang you cannot bring with you when you are dead, something like that. So no, but
Yes.
thank you for showing us that success really is really in fulfilling what the Lord has called you to do and really serving your purpose. That's what makes you a successful person already. So
You ask yourself, no, ano ba yung makakapagpasaya sa'yo? If you have everything na, di ba? If you have everything that you want, you already have it with you. Ano yung makakapagpapasaya pa sa'yo?
mm,
How do you translate that in English? What can make you happy?
yeah.
What else can make you happy?
Yes.
Happy. If you have everything in the world na in your possession, what else can make you happy? Di ba
Mm-mm.
wala na?
Mm-mm.
So it makes you
Mm-mm.
sad.
Nandun na, depressed na tayo.
Oo,
Oo.
depressed.
Oo, no, that's true
So,
kasi nga parang kasi nga being successful talaga, it is beyond yourself. It is more than just parang it is more than just yourself talaga eh. If and it is beyond that. And if we see ourselves beyond what this world offers, and that is by looking at like having that faith and believe that hey, there is God and He has a grand plan for everyone. I think it gives us that hope and inspiration and light
mm,
na no matter how difficult the task is, and even right now with our situation right now, no matter how hard it is right
mm,
now, parang you are still hopeful knowing that hey, this is temporary, it's still gonna pass, and that's why we keep on going, right? We don't give up, we don't just stop, we just keep on going, and
mm,
because we know that hey, God is here and I'm not done yet, ganon.
mm. True.
All right. Okay. Whew, thank you so much, Doc Ian. Thank you for sharing your insights, your wisdom, the advice, and everything on how it is to be successful. Thank you so much for your heart to serve people. Yes, and more power to you. God bless you on your journey and in pursuing your many more goals pa in life. So God bless, Doc.
Thank you for having me, and I hope I was able to impart something from me to you guys. Thank you, guys.
Definitely. Definitely. Thank you. All right, guys, if you find value in this video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And of course, you can also share your insights by commenting down below. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video. God bless you guys.